Well, it's given me back a quality of life and some normality of life, which is what I wanted.
St Catherine's has been here since 1985 when it opened its doors to help people live when they're very, very poorly, to have a good quality of life right through to the end of life. We provide highly specialised care. When you've got really serious conditions, different types of cancer, MS, motor neuron disease, heart failure, COPD, all these really tricky, nasty diseases, you need highly specialist people to care for people. We have an inpatient unit with 19 beds, and what perhaps isn't commonly known is that people come and stop there and the majority go home again. We also have a number of outpatient clinics, so we have a specialist outpatient clinic for lymphedema, but many others too. And we also have a clinical nurse specialist service that at any one time looks after over 200 people in their own homes.
Well, cancer, it's a terrifying word, isn't it? You know, but when you're told you've got it, it's yeah, it's quite a tremor right through.
I'm one of the community nurses who works from St Catherine's. Whilst we're based there, we go out to patients' homes and nursing homes and rest homes, and we're there to support the district nurses and the doctors to ensure that patients are kept comfortable and at home if that's where they choose to be. For a lot of patients it's exceptionally important being in their own surroundings with their loved ones around them. The emotional support that people and families need when they're going through this process is immeasurable. Everybody deals with these sort of situations really differently, so it's about getting to know your relatives, getting to know your patients and what their expectations are and what they want from you.
They're absolutely brilliant, you know, the assistance I've had, you know, and the manner it's carried out. There's a lot of kindness, you know, and obvious sincere care. I think it's made a 100% difference to the quality of life that I've got. You know, my life is back to being normal and I feel independent. You know, that's such an issue with me. You know, I don't want to rely on people, but I like the backup that I get from Maxine. It's just amazing, absolutely amazing with St Cath's, absolutely, what they do and what they offer.
He wasn't sleeping when he came out of hospital. He was very anxious, distraught. It was specialist care he needed, and I felt quite out of my depth. And Maxine walked through the door like a breath of fresh air, like a fairy godmother. Within hours, she got his pain medication sorted out. It's given us all our lives back as well as Dad's. You know, we've got reassurance at the end of the phone at the visit. You know, and Dad feels confident. His anxiety levels have dropped. His pain is virtually non-existent now. So that is amazing from what he was like when he came home. I can't emphasise enough how much it means a lot. It really does. Yeah, we'd be lost without Maxine. I feel like I've got my dad back.
Here on the inpatient unit at St Catherine's, we provide specialist care to patients who have a life-limiting illness. We have a dedicated team of doctors, nurses, health professionals and volunteers who work together to provide care which really focuses on the patient and family together. We have expertise that's been built up over the last 30 years. Patients are admitted for end-of-life care, and that's often what we're associated with, but they can be admitted to have their symptoms managed. So hopefully once their symptoms are improved, they can then go home and enjoy time at home with their family. We really aim to create an environment that's home from home. We've got this lovely conservatory now that we're in today, and that brings families together as well because it gives them space to do that. We're blessed here at the hospice with beautiful grounds and the Mill Cafe, so patients and families can spend quality time together outside as well as inside too.
I'd seen the place and I just felt the ambience and it just looked so welcoming. So I really wasn't scared at all. I wanted to be here, in fact. my life turned upside down because I was a very active person. I did everything. I played with the kids and my grandchildren, ran around, did everything. And to go from that to not being able to do anything was just, it was just awful. I couldn't walk on my own, I couldn't shower myself, I couldn't do anything. So that's why I've been in here until now. And I'm doing a lot better now, so I'm going home. A lot of people think that hospices are, you know, that you're not going to come out again, but that's not true. They want to get you on your feet and get you back in the community.
Because people with life-shortening illnesses have got a variety of different needs, not just clinical, that's where the social work team come into play. So we support with hospice discharges, we try to personalise it so that people, we ensure that people are cared for at the place of care where they would want to be at the end of their life. We also support carers in the form of a befriending service and a carers drop-in, which people can find quite supportive there. And the important part of our service is that we do support people pre and post bereavement. We do have a counselling service which we can support people on a one-to-one, but we've also got a bereavement group in the evenings that can support people after the grief, because the care at St Catherine's doesn't stop when somebody's died.
It's all very well talking to your own family, but we're all going through it together. To kind of have somebody independent, and the support that you get from them and the advice that you get from them was so valuable. They prepared me for what inevitably was going to happen. When that did happen, they were there. So, you know, I came in every week. Spent some time with the family support team and just kind of talking me through what I was going through, because I'd never experienced loss on that scale. You know, I've lost relatives when I was small, but not my husband. So for me, it was an incredibly difficult time, and they were there to support me through it, and thank God they were. Because I don't think I probably would have got through it as well as I did.
People warm to the word hospice. They support hospices in their millions across the country. But actually people are also frightened of hospice and what it might signify. That's until they get there. That's until they come here. One of the reasons why we've opened a community hub or a cafe and why we've opened up our grounds is so that people can come and see firsthand what hospice is about. And then usually people are surprised, because it is such a refreshing, encouraging, vibrant, energetic environment to help people to live and to get the best out of every moment.
To come here and to come to the mill, it's a cafe. There's people who come in who are, just coming in to have coffee or, have a lunch with friends. And it's very close. So in terms of, it allowed us to come through the grounds of St Catherine's, the St Catherine's Park, and then just come and spend normal time together, going out for an ice cream as a family. It's lovely to be able to come back here. One of the things is very core to the way I feel about St Catherine's is, whilst this is where Amelia died, it's not somewhere that I have negative memories of. I've always found it very comforting to come here. We can reminisce, we can talk about some of the things we did when we were here, when Amelia was here. For all the things we did when we were a family of 4, we can still come back and do as a family of 3. St Catherine's for me is enormously important, and I think the way I'd sum that up is it allowed us to spend quality time together as a family. Take memories away that we can cherish forever.
How are we able to do all this? Well, actually, thanks to the wonderful goodness of local people.
People support us in lots of different ways, from attending hospice events, organising their own sponsored challenges, playing the lottery, attending our shops, volunteering, plus lots more. Thank you so much for your support.